Our anchor is up and we're ready to go through the bridge in a couple minutes when it opens. We've got about 15 boats behind us. It looks like we're first in line. It's quite a sight to see. Lots of people have been waiting for this moment.
Hey, Flagler Memorial. I'm one of the many boats down here about to go through this bridge opening. I heard you call my girl. We'd also be interested in going through if we happen to get through it. So. Where are you right now?
Here comes the wake.
Yeah. Gentlemen of the sea, I gotta come before I run out of water over here.
While we were waiting for the next bridge to open, another boat named Askew whizzed past us to get to the front of the line. And in doing so, he actually created a wake so big that it knocked a person off of their boat. We met some people prior to being here, and it happens that they're in the same Anchorage. Now, before they had mentioned they had really short scope, and again, here in this Anchorage, we told them, since we're near them, that we had 100 and how many?
120.
120 feet out. They only had 50 feet out.
Now, the fun part is I had to call him on his phone because he was dragging through the anchorage and almost hit a guy. So then they raised anchor and set it again, and then they dragged, and then they moved, and then dragged again, and now they're trying again to set it.
So they've been dragging this whole time. The moral of this story is, do not anchor with 50 feet when you have a 40-foot boat.
Yeah.
Herby made another amazing bread loaf.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Fresh out of the pot oven.
It smells amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna cut it up, and then we're gonna treat ourselves.
There's our disgusting dinghy. We're gonna give Sophia a nice bath when we get to the Bahamas. Today, I'm finally gonna finish this painting that I have been working on for so long, and it's time to finally complete it and get it sent off. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. I finally finished the portrait of these 4 adorable dogs, and we're off right now to go mail it to the commissioner. Just a reminder, as always, that I love doing pet portraits as well as people portraits, so just let me know with the email in the description down below if you're interested. Gotten a couple more commissions and I'm running out of the bigger canvases, so we are going to an art store to see if they have what we need. Success!
Now, while we were on that beach being pounded by the surf, this whole area was kind of flexing in and out by about an inch, which isn't very much when you think about the size of this boat and the forces that were being exerted on it, but I still want to check it all out. So my big concern is that there might be little cracks happening in the tabbing of the bulkheads to the hull. So we're going to empty out these lockers and see what's going on in there. The reason I didn't check this fully sooner is this is what our lockers look like. So I got a lot of clearing out and then putting back to do just to check these out. So let's take a look. I just finished clearing out all these lockers, that way I can give them a good inspection. For the most part, we're in good shape. I did find a crack in some of the tabbing. Now, tabbing is simply when you attach 2 pieces of wood together. You lay some fiberglass kind of as like an L shape between them. So it's kind of like when you're taping something up and you can't really get tape right behind it. You just put on the sides of everything. So that's the idea of tabbing. So I want to check inside here and see how everything's going, how it all looks, and if there's anything we need to fix, let's fix it now before we cross an ocean. So inside here you can see where when they attached on this floor, they tabbed it on. So there's fiberglass that runs down the side and then over. That's what we're checking for. So we want to make sure that all those are nice and strong. In 2 of the 3 compartments, everything looked good. But here we can see some cracks that formed along the edge here. So we gotta see exactly what's going on. Now our hull is insulated, so this here is actually chop strand mat that's put over the insulation. So I just wanna make sure, is this the breaking of the tabbing from the insulation to the hull, or is it the actual hull that cracked off from the bulkhead? So we're gonna look into this better. So we found the crack in there, and I'm able to chip off little pieces from the side. And they're just chop strand mat covered over the foam of the insulation of the hull. So I'm going to chip a little more and uncover the actual tabbing that goes from the bulkhead to the hull and see if there's a crack there. If there is, then we're going to re-tab that and go from there. But if not, then we're just going to seal it up and be done. So we got lucky on that one. The structural tabbing of the bulkhead to the hull is fine. The chop strand mat to the bulkhead isn't so fine. So it goes to show, if you ever decide you want to bond 2 pieces of wood together and you're going to do tabbing, definitely use a fillet. And if you're not sure what that is and you're going to be doing it, look it up, because that's what makes the difference. So the bulkhead to the hull, that was a filleted tab, and then the insulation to the bulkhead did not have a fillet in it, and it cracked. So I'm going to patch up that thing. Now, there's the correct way to do it, which would be to strip off all the paint and then lay down a new layer of cloth over it, wet it with epoxy, and then let that cure, and then cover it with bilge coat, and then it's like it never happened. It would be beautiful. The problem with that is that's a lot of work for something that's not structural and is hidden inside a locker behind a million cans of beans. So the second option is where you don't strip the paint off and you just put it over the paint and kind of ignore it. Now in that situation the bond's only going to be as strong as the paint is to the layer under it, so not the best. The third option, which is what we're going to do, is you just squirt some thickened epoxy in there and then smear it. It kind of covers everything and you call it a day.
We've been growing this basil plant named Bubbles for a while now, and he is finally mature enough to eat. So for our dinner of tomato mozzarella salad, or caprese, I'm going to add some of Bubbles. And he smells amazing. Man, I love how much art there is here.
Here we are, West Palm Beach, taking over the Rigging Doctor's channel. I'm just kidding, Johnny.
The drink is repairing it.
Thanks so much for watching. And if you want to become a sailing buddy, you can click the link down below to our Patreon account.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And when you click subscribe, make sure you click on the little bell in the annotation. That way you get notifications as soon as our next video is uploaded.
Thanks so much!